Alright, what up YouTube? It's the Nice Saint here back with another video. This is going to be a new series I'm doing. I'm going to be just reading books I find interesting, or just books with just I'm gonna be focusing on psychic development for some aspect of this channel, or just not psychic development, just spirituality, just improving spiritually and stuff like that. But these are like the books I like to learn and read. But I feel like reading it on YouTube will help me, with just, being able to comprehend, also just, just getting outside people and just viewers to, add their 2 cents in, or, just any tips, or just even, just be entertained with the book instead of them, having to buy it. But yeah, the book I'm reading is called The Laws of Mental Domination: How to Master and Use the Dynamic Life Force by Rudolph Young. Rudolph Young got a lot of nice books about ESP control and just psychic abilities. And like I said, I was like I got a website where it'd be all PDFs, and I was just going through just all these books. And I'm like, he got a lot of books on about ESP control and the psychic abilities, and it's like and he goes into a very deep. And I'm like, I think that's in aspect of spirituality. I think this will pull me to it. Like I said, I think of course when I was probably like when I was in high school, I thought I was attracted to spirituality not because of the psychic abilities, but it was just the whole, that attracted me first. But then I'm like, damn, like I guess I started to realize what was going on, like not what's going on, but like the extra aspects where it's like, okay, well, you find salvation in a way. Like you find an understanding and you find out who you are. At a certain point, like right now, I'm in the process of trying to figure out who I am, and I feel that spirituality is way better than, for my circumstances, will help me really start to understand who I am in my heart. And that's what, psychic abilities was the thing that got me in the door, was the hook for me. And then when I started to understand how it can really help and change my life, this is why, like I said, I dove into it deeper. I started getting, help and teachers and things like that. So this is what I'm doing now. So yeah, Rudolph Young is the person who made it. He got a couple other books like Cyclomancy, The Secret Magic of Miracle, or Secret Miracle Magic, I don't know, something like that. But and then another book called Yoga for Men Only. It's a good book. It helps with just, fixing your body up and that type of stuff, in a sense where it helps with, let's say, it helps free up like you got a lot of power inside your spine. I'm about to say, in certain circumstances, if your spine not right, you won't be able to tap into like just the universe, or just, your abilities, period. So, but that book is not really spiritual, or like, occultist. Is really just I mean, it is occultist, but I mean, it's just very ground level. Like, okay, it just helps you with leadership, sexual power, what else? I've seen leadership, sexual power, personal power, if you want to tone up your body, just things like that. It's very, like, it's very like human level, I don't know. But yeah, so yeah, Laws of Mental Domination. I'm gonna go through, this video is gonna be about me reading the introduction and stuff, so I'm just gonna read the introduction, and then I'm gonna leave the next chapter for, the next video. How the laws of mental domination will change your life. Wouldn't you like to hold people, even perfect strangers, spellbound with a glance? Indeed, by merely appearing within their view. Wouldn't you like to command others with your thoughts? Wouldn't you like to know the beguiling statement to say to people, the 12 things that all men like to hear about themselves, the 13 things all women like to hear about themselves, even how to utter them? Wouldn't you like to know the repelling statements to not say to people, the 16 things no man likes to hear about himself, the 10 things no woman like to hear about herself? Wouldn't you like to know the conquering acts that bring others under your domination? Would you like to know how to sway people easily to your way of thinking? Would you like to analyze and influence difficult people at sight? Would you like to learn how to control large groups of people with the power of your mind? The miraculous change that awaits you. The Laws of Mental Domination is a great leap forward in the arts of winning friends and influencing people. It is a book that adds psychic powers to this art. By the end of the second law, you are to be commanding others with your thoughts. By the end of the fourth law, you will be holding people, even the perfect stranger spellbound at a glance. You will no longer be a typical average everyday Joe drifting about his daily affairs, but a dominant individual who controls others at sight without their knowing. They will draw to you even against their will. You have learned the first few laws of mental domination, and that is the beginning. Once you hold people spellbound, you keep them spellbound with the magic of a beguiling statement by avoiding the 13 fatalities of repelling statements. Should obstacles arise, you and any of them, you overcome the obstacles by knowing the right things to say to them, as well as how to win them over to you with conquering acts. If their actions are complex, you analyze and control them with subconscious vision. To easily sway them to your way of thinking, you use chain rapport. On occasions, when they are difficult to deal with, such as when they are angry, grief-stricken, jealous, stubborn, pugnacious, you analyze and influence them quickly with the magic eye. To keep them away, intrigued with you, you generate the powerful magnetism of harmonious conversation. To elevate yourself with them, you must create a dominating physical image of yourself with a winning voice and a whizzing posture and carriage. To put yourself on a pedestal with them, use a Goliathan autosuggestion. If you are a woman, if you do it with glamour autosuggestion. To reach the peak of the mental domination, you develop conscious control over your winning aura. To protect your power of mental domination, you put on the necessary false front. With the five constituents of mass control, you seize control over groups and crowds. Finally, with the coup d'Ozanta, you attain and retain mental domination over yourself. You complete the laws transformed into the new you, as if you have been recreated into a many times more effective person. Socially, your life will come alive as it never has before. You will utterly fascinate others, no matter what your age or appearance. You are shown how to use mental domination to successfully enrich your leisure hours at any age. You learn how mental domination can lengthen your life with the hunger to live longer. Aside from more money and popularity, you will start to reaping the joy in a life which you hardly suspect possible. Instead of trying to give yourself confidence, you acquire confidence automatically when you control others. For nothing brings confidence so easily as power over others. The world is yours indeed when you master mental domination, yet the power acquired from it can be used for worthy purposes. The psychic resistance generated in other people's mind nullify any attempt to use it for unworthy purposes. You are now about to embark on the most thrilling, profitable mental adventure, and you are going to gain a power which requires the dedicated lives of 3 men covering a century and a quarter, spread over half the world, to track down and find and crystallize and simplify for you. Now, if y'all listen to that just sound cold as hell. Like I said, the only reason I even want to do this type of stuff is like I think I just want to push my own mental limits to as much as I can. And when, like I said, when I started understanding this type of stuff is real, like a part of my child heart reignited, and I was so geeked up. And that's why I'm trying to get back into lucid dreaming and get back into my dreams, so I can be able to, to have more control over my dream, do all the kiddish things I can do. Like, of course, like I said, I'm young, like I said, I know down here on this 3D level, you can't do all the superhero stuff. But in my mind, like I said, I can't do it yet. But I want to. Of course, it may be a little ego in it, but that's just how I'm just naturally am. I'm just a child at heart, and I just love superhero. I love superheroes since I've been a kid. Even though I'm getting older and I'm becoming an adult and dealing with more responsibility, I still have a strong urge to do childish things and just be like in a childlike state and just have fun like a child, like just being free as I can. But also just the idea of just having a lot of control to do whatever I want, but of course not anything morally wrong or just wrong on a 3D level. But it's just I just want to be able to, in a way, like I said, ego involved, got to do with power, but also I want to have better power over myself, and and I'm glad, and I want y'all to embark on this journey. I want y'all to join me on this journey as well. I'm gonna do these exercises as well. I think I might add like the results. I might add some results on YouTube, but I'm starting a Patreon, and I'm gonna add the results on Patreon when I start that up. But yeah, so I want y'all to be on this journey with me, and really, be with me on this journey for real. We can all do this shit together. So yeah, that was the introduction. When I make the next video, I'm gonna do the first law, and I'm gonna do the contents, and I'm doing the first law. So yeah, if y'all like the video, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all later. Thank you.